The key to understanding your Chiron, your blind spot, your weakness is hidden deep in the layers of you. And these hidden layers is what has caused you to use your power of choice without any judgment. So let's talk about it. Hi, I'm Motherly Sage, your decision coach, and welcome to Divine Blueprint, where we help you to empower your power of choice as you awaken the divine design in you. And if you're not new, then welcome back. And don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe to help others with receiving this message. Now, in my previous Chiron video, I introduced Chiron and your power of choice, which can be watched by clicking on this card here. And in this particular video, which is the second video in this Chiron series, as part of the Chiron retrograde, which will be retrograded on July 30th and will stay retrograded until January 2nd of 2026. In this video, we'll be discussing the first hidden layer of you and how this hidden layer has affected your power of choice to be used without any judgment. Now, to help you with understanding your Chiron and how your Chiron has caused you to use your power of choice without any judgment, then I have an exclusive Chiron workshop, which I'm offering this month to help you to prepare for the Chiron retrograde. In this Chiron workshop will be offered for a small cover charge. So to learn more about how you can attend this workshop, then check out the details in the description box. Now, there are 9 layers in your physical and spiritual growth and development, and these 9 layers are part of what is known as your key life passage. You see, the first through the 8th layer's goal is to help you to build and strengthen either your physical, emotional, or mental capacities. This is your ability to hold love and knowledge. And the last layer is where you will spiritually integrate the wisdom of the 8 layers into the remaining part of your life. Now, the first layer is the foundational layer, and this is where you are new to your environment. You have just come into this world and you are using your senses to feel and to gain knowledge of your surroundings so that you can learn how to see and accept the truth. And during this time, your senses are completely open because you are gathering data, and the only learning and protection you are receiving is through others, and the level of protection and learning from others is based on how well they have built and strengthened each of their layers in their own life so that they can see and accept the truth. Now, in this layer, you are taught from others how to deal with your blind spot, your weakness, your Chiron when it decides to present itself. So let's take a moment to reflect on a few questions. When you were born, who were the people and what was your surroundings like? And what did you learn from each on how to see and accept the truth? Now, when the people and your surroundings teaches your senses to ignore, to betray the truth, then it causes you to start living your life in a lie. And this lie is how your shadow starts to develop, causing you to not know who you truly are, causing you to not understand your gifts and your talents and your value. Now, when you lack value, you will use your power of choice without any judgment. And judgment is your ability to hold love and to hold knowledge to help you to make a decision. And your power of choice is your decision-making skills, which consist of your ability to critically think, to reason, and to emotionally feel, which consists of using your senses so that you can use them to make a wise choice. Now, a wise choice is effective and intelligent, but to make a wise choice, you have to balance your mental, you have to balance your logical and your emotional senses to help you to recognize the difference between what is truth and the ability to make a decision based on that truth that is accurate and fair. And this can only be done when you are not viewing your life from your shadow. So let's take a moment to reflect on a few more questions. What senses did your surroundings teach you to ignore? And how has ignoring these senses caused you to use your power of choice without any judgment? Now, your shadow is the rejected part of yourself, and shadows are unhealed emotional pain or hurt feelings, which is also known as wounds. And these wounds were formed due to you ignoring your senses, which was taught to you by your people and your surroundings. Now, since these unhealed emotional pains or hurt feelings make you relive that moment, you would prefer to ignore it, which is how you were taught to deal with it. And ignoring it continually creates a blind spot, a weakness. And these wounds affect the way you make decisions. They affect the way you will take actions because they delay your responses due to the fear of reliving it over and over again. So let's take a moment again to reflect on a few more questions. How do you ignore your unhealed emotions or hurt feelings? And who or what taught you this behavior? And how did they use their power of choice without any judgment? Now, putting a stop to reliving the wound is where CHIRON comes into play. And since each one of us was born with a deep-rooted wound, CHIRON teaches us how to identify this deep-rooted wound so that we can learn how to use our senses correctly, to recognize the learned responses taught to us by our people and our surroundings that causes us to misuse our power of choice without any judgment. Now, by learning these responses, these patterns, we are able to start the healing process, to start accepting the wound, to start knowing who we are and allowing ourselves to see and speak the truth and using our power of choice wisely. So let's take a moment once again to reflect on these questions. Are you aware of what your deep-rooted wound is? And can you recognize your learned responses that caused you to avoid facing the truth? Now, this is a perfect time to remind you about my CHIRON workshop that I'm offering this month to help you with preparing for the CHIRON retrograde. And this CHIRON workshop will help you with identifying your CHIRON, your deep-rooted wound, and it will help you to start the accepting process. Therefore, you can reconnect to your senses to start seeing and accepting the truth. And I'm offering this workshop for a small cover charge. So to learn more about how you can attend this workshop, then check out the details in the description box. Now, part of knowing who you are is about facing the truth and dealing with your deep-rooted wound, your CHIRON. Therefore, you can start the healing process to start trusting your senses, to use your power of choice wisely, and become the wise teacher and healer, just like CHIRON. So are you ready to continue to uncover the hidden layers of your CHIRON? Then don't forget to join us in our CHIRON series here on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button to be notified when a new video has been posted. And also feel free to like this video so that others can see, as well as feel free to share this information with others. And if you need more immediate one-on-one attention with making those hard and tough life decisions because you are feeling stuck or lost or confused with which direction you are needing to go, or maybe you might be too afraid of making a decision because you don't like what the outcome might be and you need some clarity, then book a guided coaching session with me, Motherly Sage, so that I can help you with analyzing how you can use your power of choice wisely. The information is in the description box. I look forward to seeing you in our next video.